Recess is a classic Disney cartoon that began in the mid to late 90s. It's set in a fictional school at Third Street Elementary, and it follows a group of kids and their escapade through a wacky world where both groups and scenarios are amusingly exaggerated, almost like they're through the eyes of a kid. I have great nostalgia for the show, especially since I too watched the show as, well, a kid. But I'm gonna ignore all of that to see how the show holds up today, episode to episode, and we'll begin with the very first episode, The Break-In. The premise of the episode is about TJ Detweiler, the de facto leader of the group of kids, getting full recess detention after he was caught trespassing in the school kitchen trying to get at the good food, and then follows his group of friends getting as much help as they can to break him out. Thus, the name of the episode, Break-In. It's like one part heist, one part prison break, and one part Saving Private Ryan. If that seems applicable, I haven't seen the movie yet. Side note, there was this joke in the beginning where they were serving this soup dish called Tomato Surprise, where it was so acidic that it could literally melt metal spoons. And I just found that amusing. Now, the rest of the student body that TJ friends tried to recruit was introduced very effectively and was presenting their amusing quirks very well. There's Guru Kid who tried to get helpful advice, King Bob that acts like the governmental monarch of the playground, kindergartners who all act like savage Native Americans that only kids can somewhat excusably see them as, and then there's the Diggers, who likes to dig a lot. Honestly, there was a brick joke where they dug so deep they dug through to China, and that joke didn't hit me. Except for the part where the cast questions what happened to the Diggers, because to them it's been hours since they last saw them. Anyhow, there was this interesting moment towards the end where it essentially was a last-ditch effort speech. They essentially called everybody there a, I quote, some dumb kid, end quote. But they're essentially saying that all of them are the same because everybody treats the same, they're all in the same situation, and none of them would like to be in the same situation that TJ is in. And the message is all about treating each other equally and having each other's backs when the time is needed, because we would like help when we can't help ourselves. And that's a message that I can get behind. And after a lovely heartwarming speech, which is essentially a backhanded insult, we are then greeted with this lovely scene where every kid on the playground are all working together to help TJ's friends in their break-in attempt, and it's all being played by the show's signature jaunty militaristic tune, which I find better than I remembered. However, all of that then makes me redundant because as soon as I managed to get to TJ, not only did TJ manage to escape all by his own, but at the very last few seconds of recess. So all of that was made pointless on two accounts. Now, one more sign up before we get to my thoughts. This episode has no Gus. Yeah, despite being the first episode, it didn't have all of its main cast. Because, despite being shown in the opening, Gus doesn't get introduced until the second episode. Yeah. So what are my thoughts? Actually pretty good. Despite being a few jokes not that I don't find funny, most of them are, and I thoroughly enjoy myself. And as the first episode, is a very great introduction, not only to the world and characters, but to the show itself. Final rating? Running to the third base in baseball. But if you add the +1 because of nostalgia, that makes it a home run.